Using SOHCAHTOA. This is for right triangles. First, your calculator, if you press the mode button, it needs to be in degrees. So first example, if I give you a triangle, it's a right triangle, I tell you this is 28 degrees, this is x, this is 32. The first thing you need to do is determine which sides you have. You're looking at 28 degrees. Across from 28 is x. That means it's the opposite because it's across from. This is next to it. That's the A for adjacent. So up here, who has O and A? That's TOA. So you write it tan of 28 degrees equals opposite over adjacent. We're going to put a 1 below this and cross multiply. 1 times x is x, and then I have 32 times tan of 28. If your calculator is in degree modes, you would type in 32, press the tan button, your parenthesis might show up, you hit 28. Then you press enter, and you get 17.01. This is the tenths place, this is the hundredths. You have to pay attention to the directions if it says to go to the tenths or if it says to go to the hundredths. So that's the value of x. That is the side of the missing triangle. Let's make sure this makes sense. Well, if this angle is 28 and this is 90, we do 90 plus 28, and you subtract that from 180. This angle is 62. This angle is the smallest, so this side better be the smallest side, since this has to be the largest side. So that last example is how you find a missing side. This example is how you find an angle. It's your right angle. This is the degree x. You have 12 and you have 16. Well, this is the angle you're looking for. This is the opposite side. This is the hypotenuse. Thinking back on SOHCAHTOA, you have O and you have H. That means you're going to use sine. You put sine x, the angle always goes next to the trig word, equals the opposite over the hypotenuse. Your calculator has to be in degree mode when looking for an angle. So when looking for an angle, you have to press the second key. So you're going to press the second key, and you're either going to press cosine, tan, or sin. Since we've already established that this is using sine, we press second, sine, parenthesis will show up, 12 over 16. And you're going to get the value of x. Go 2 places after the decimal, you get 48.9 degrees equals x. Obviously, this angle is probably the 12 is verify that that makes sense because of the sides and the angles. This third example is find the value of each trigonometric ratio. So little r equals 16, little s equals 30, and little t equals 34. How you find the value of each ratio? We're going to set it up, sine. We're going to start with the angle r. So the opposite of angle r is 16, and the hypotenuse is 34. We reduce this and get 8 over 17. That would be the answer. Cosine of r The adjacent is 30. That's next to it. The hypotenuse is 34. You can reduce it and get 15 over 17. Your calculator will do that as well. Tan of R is the opposite over adjacent. That reduces to 8 over 15. Now if I wanted to find the sine of angle S, opposite over hypotenuse. That reduces to 15 over 17. Cosine of angle S, adjacent is 16, the hypotenuse is 34, reduces to 8 over 17. Tan of angle S, the opposite is 30 over the adjacent, which is 16, 15 over 8.